Welcome back to another episode of Sound Minds. Today, we're diving into the concept of holistic development, what it really means to develop as a whole person, not just in one area of our lives. I'm Lloyd, and I'm joined by Reynold, Matthew, Kimberly, Cyril, and Cassandra. Today, we're going to break down how physiological, cognitive, psychological, social, and spiritual development all come together to shape who we are. Let's get started. But first, how's everyone feeling?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay, bro. I'm okay.
Okay, alright. Let's begin by exploring physiological development. Reynold, since you're into sports, why don't you start us off?
Sure. Physiological development is about how our bodies change over time. It's everything from building muscles, maintaining a healthy diet, and to getting enough sleep. Physical health is a foundation for everything else. If you're not taking care of your body, it can really impact your focus, energy, and even your mood. I know when I'm working out regularly, I just feel sharper and more confident.
I totally agree. Physical well-being is really the cornerstone of our health. Before we proceed to cognitive development, may I ask everyone here who has anything to share about their experience about physiological development?
So for me, physical changes started when puberty comes. I experienced menstruation. It has been so hard for me. I experienced dysmenorrhea, which causes pain in my lower abdomen and acne breakouts. So that's all.
In my case, I experienced growing facial hair and deepening of my voice.
Okay. Speaking of being sharp, Cassandra, what can you tell us about cognitive development?
Well, cognitive development is all about how we think, learn, and process information. It starts in early childhood with things like problem solving and decision making, but it continues throughout our lives. As we grow older, we learn to think more critically, analyze situations, and understand abstract ideas. Education and experience both play major roles in shaping how our brain works. It's fascinating how much our cognitive abilities influence every other part of our life, like how well we adapt to challenges or make choices.
Okay, that's so true, that's so true, Cassandra. Before we begin to start our next development aspect, may I ask anyone in the room who can share their experience about cognitive development?
So in my case, when puberty started, I became more mature and learned to handle some new things.
Okay, that's another good point. How we think affects everything else we do. When it comes to emotions and mental health, Matthew, how does psychological development fit into this whole picture?
Psychological development is about understanding and managing our emotions. It's the process of building resilience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Everyone's experienced stress and challenges, but how are we going to handle them says a lot about our physiological health. It's important to take care of our mental well-being just like we do on our physical health, whether it's through therapy, journaling, or meditation. Developing coping skills help us face life ups and downs with clear head.
Absolutely. Does anyone here wants to share their experience about psychological development?
Well, as an adolescent, I am very moody. Some days I'm happy and laughing with friends, but other days I feel sad or irritated for no reason. I'm really sensitive to what people say, and it can upset me for hours. School pressures add to my stress, making me feel frustrated.
And what Cassandra shared to us is emotional stability, and it is very crucial when we interact with others. Cyril, social development is another key part of holistic development, right?
Definitely. Social development is about how we build and maintain relationship with others. We humans are social by nature, and our interactions with others plays a huge role in shaping who we are. It's about learning communication skills, understanding different perspectives, and developing empathy. The better we are at forming healthy relationships, the more support we have in life. That sense of community can even help us grow in other areas like psychological health or spiritually.
Okay. Exactly. Our connections with others can make a big difference, which brings us to spiritual development. Kimberly, can you talk about how that ties everything into what we've been discussing?
Of course, spiritual development isn't just about religion. It's about finding deeper meaning of purpose in our life. For some people, it might be through faith, while for others, it can be through meditation, more in tune with our values and what really matters to us. That sense and purpose give us inner peace and clarity which helps us to stay grounded when lives get tough. In a way, spiritual ties everything together. It helps us connect to something bigger than ourselves.
That's so true. Can anyone share their experience about spiritual development?
Hmm. I've experienced like prayer. Yeah, prayer.
Yeah,
Prayer. Oh, prayer.
Having
Really?
faith.
Prayer. Yeah, having faith. Okay, that's a great point, Kimberly and Matthew. When we are grounded spiritually, it gives us a sense of direction and benefits every other aspects of our lives. It's amazing how interconnected all these aspects physical, cognitive, psychological, social, and spiritual are. They each support and influence one another.
Yeah, it's like a chain reaction. For example, if you take care of your body, you have more energy, and you can boost your mood and mental clarity. It all flows together.
Right. And developing your cognitive abilities helps you make better decisions, which in turn affects your emotional health. It's all connected.
Exactly. And when you're emotionally balanced, it's easier to connect with others on deeper level. Your social health improves and you feel more supported.
Plus, when you're part of a community, it can lead to spiritual growth. You start to realize that you're not alone, and that sense of belonging helps you more fulfilled.
Yes, I agree. It's all about balancing. When you nurture every part of yourself, physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually, you will live a more holistic and more meaningful life.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Holistic development is really about seeing yourself as a whole person and nurturing every aspect of who you are. It's not something that happens overnight, but if we keep on working all of these aspects, we can live happier and healthier lives. That's all for today's episode of Sound Minds. A big thank you to Reynold, Matthew, Kimberly, and Cyril and Cassandra for their amazing insights. And thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more discussions. Until next time, this is Sound Minds,
Where the thoughts resonate and the voices connect.
Goodbye!